Now I will make the neck for this sweater, and as you can see, the neckline just continues straight across the sweater between the shoulders. So I have not done anything to the neckline yet, in addition to these 5 rows. So now the first thing I will do, or have done, I have gathered all the stitches that I need for my neck onto a knitting needle, and I have these are from the front of the body of the sweater and these are from the back. In addition, I have picked up 3 stitches from each side, and those I have just picked up from the stitches I have from the shoulder gathering. So the first thing I will do is that I will purl the first row. So I will just do it the way I always do. I begin at the tip of my index finger, I go underneath the yarn, and I pick up the stitch this way. I go back underneath the yarn the same way that I came, and I bring my yarn through the stitch and let it go. Like this. So underneath the yarn, pick up the stitch, back underneath, bring it through the stitch and slip it off the needle. So I will just keep on doing this throughout the row. When I'm finished with the first row where I purl, then I will do 5 more rows where I knit like this. So when I am finished with first this row and then the 5 knitted rows, I will get back to you with the next step. Now here is my purl row, and here I have my 5 knitted rows. So next step now is to cast off, and I'm at the beginning of my row, and I will do my cast off this way. I knit 2 stitches, I slip the first one over the second, I knit 1 more stitch, and I just continue to do this operation until I have 1 stitch left. Make sure not to do it not to pull too tight on your yarn. You need some elasticity here, so just you cast off quite loosely. Without tightening anything here. So I will just continue, and when I am at the end of my row and have 1 stitch left, I will get back to you. So I have cast off the whole row, and now I have only 1 stitch left. Then I just pull on it to just pull the yarn through the last stitch. As you can see, I have cut my yarn to quite a generous length, and that I have my needle and yarn, and this piece here will be the lining of the neck, and this row with the purl stitches will be the edge or the top of the neck. So what I will do is to fold so that I have the purl stitchings right at the top, and that the right side of the neck and the lining lies flat toward each other, and I will begin to stitch the edge here where I cast off to the back side here, the wrong side of the body of the sweater. So I'll just pick up from the back here and just sew like this. And I will make sure I don't pull too much on it. I'll try to make sure that everything gets even. So I will get a good result when I'm finished. And I will just keep going like this the whole way around until I have stitched the whole edge to the wrong side of the sweater. And here is the finished result. Here is the inside, and here is what it will almost look like. Of course it hasn't been steamed yet, so it's not as even as I would want, but this will be a lot better once it is lightly steamed. So this is how I usually make a boat neck for traditional Norwegian sweaters.